All right, listen up. You want to know the real secret to stacking chips, to building an empire, to living a life that makes every poor, miserable soul out there green with envy? It ain't about working 80 hours a week. It ain't about pulling all-nighters until your eyes bleed. That's for the chumps, the wannabes, the guys who are always busy but never actually doing anything of significance. I'm talking about the elite, the wolves of this world, the ones who don't just dream of success, they demand it. And they get it by working smarter, by leveraging something so potent, so unbelievably powerful, it'll make your head spin. Most people out there, they're chasing their tails. They're convinced that to get rich, to achieve greatness, you need some kind of miracle, some silver spoon, some overnight lottery win. Total garbage. They've been sold a lie, a filthy, soul-crushing lie that keeps them stuck in the mud, slaving away for pennies. But you, if you're still listening, you're different. You're searching. You're ready to break free from the herd, to carve out your own damn destiny. And today, I'm going to give you the key. I'm going to give you the 4-hour secret, the Wall Street instinct that separates the millionaires from the masses. This isn't some hocus-pocus, feel-good meditation crap. This is raw, unadulterated truth. This is about transforming your habits, skyrocketing your income, revolutionizing your relationships, and yeah, even forging your legacy. Because success, my friends, is not an accident. It's a daily decision. It's a calculated, ruthless commitment to excellence. And the best part, you don't need a new year, you don't need permission, and you certainly don't need a big break. All you need is the discipline to implement this 4-hour formula, starting right here, right now. Forget everything you think you know about productivity. Forget the endless to-do lists, the notification overload, the constant distractions that are slowly, systematically draining your life force. We're about to rewire your brain, sharpen your focus to a razor's edge, and unleash the raw power within you. This isn't just about managing your time. It's about mastering your mind. It's about building a fortress of focus that no external noise, no petty interruption, no weak-minded doubt can penetrate. Are you ready to stop watching someone else live their life and start living your own like the goddamn champion you were born to be? Are you ready to trade exhaustion for execution, busy work for brilliance, then lean in close because the wolf is about to lay down the law? This is your launch pad. This is your foundation. This is where transformation begins. This is the 4-hour secret. Let's get to work. The first hour, the foundation hour, dominate your day before it dominates you. Listen up, because this is where most people screw it up. They wake up, and what's the first thing they do? They reach for that damn phone. They check messages, they check the news, they check what everyone else is doing. They let the world program their mind before they even have a chance to program themselves. And let me warn you, the world doesn't always have your best interests in mind. It'll feed you drama, distraction, noise, and before you know it, you're reacting to life instead of designing it. This first hour, your foundation hour, is sacred. It's your window, your launch pad, your unshakable base. You gotta take it back. Make it yours, before the emails, before the scrolling, before the chaos. Get up a little earlier, not because it's trendy, but because it's transformational. Use this hour to build you. This isn't about consumption, it's about creation. Here's how you seize that first hour, like a lion seizing its prey. Mindset, fortification. Start with intention. What do you want today? What do you need to become? What are you building? This isn't just a routine. It's a ritual. Read 10 pages of a powerful book that feeds your mind, not your ego. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Yeah, I know, sounds soft, but it builds a powerful mental state. Plan your day. Visualize your goals with absolute crystal clear precision. See yourself achieving them. Feel the rush of victory. Direction before action. Before you jump into anything, ask yourself a very powerful question. Where am I going? Action without direction is a recipe for frustration. It's like being on a treadmill, sweating, grinding, running, but going nowhere. Take just 3 minutes to get clear. What's your goal for the day? What skill are you building? What are you trying to improve? And most importantly, why does it matter to you? Write it down. Get it on paper. Clarity on paper becomes focus in action. You gotta know your reason, because when you do, the rest becomes obvious. If you skip this, you'll waste your most precious resource. Your focus. You'll confuse movement with meaning. You'll feel productive, but you'll stay stuck. It doesn't matter how fast you're going, if you're going the wrong way. Physical activation, your body, my friends, is the engine of your life. And if the engine fails, it doesn't matter how big your dreams are, how clear your goals are, or how much money is in your account. When health breaks down, everything slows down. You can't think straight when you're tired. You can't lead when you're weak. You can't build when you're burnt out. So invest a part of this hour in the most important machine you'll ever own, your body. Move, breathe, stretch, sweat. Elevate your energy, because energy is the fuel for achievement. Walk in the morning, do some quick yoga, lift some weights, or just step outside and get some damn sunlight on your face. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. Protect this hour. Use it to build your strength, not just your skills, because you can't give your best if you're running on empty. This first hour is your war room. Guard it like treasure. People will try to steal it. With notifications, favors, meaningless tasks. Put up a fence. Say, this is my hour. No calls, no emails, no scrolling, not because you're rude, but because you're serious. If it doesn't grow you, it doesn't get your hour, period. This isn't just about productivity. It's about priority. It's about saying, my future matters enough to defend it. The second hour, the skill building hour, forge your edge, master your craft. All right, you've seized the morning, you've set your compass. Now it's time to sharpen your blade, because success doesn't just come from doing. It comes from learning what to do. And the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. This second hour, your skill building hour, is your edge, your secret weapon. When most people are watching nonsense, you're watching growth. When they're drifting, you're developing. Self-education will make you a fortune. So what do you learn during this hour? Targeted knowledge acquisition, read books, listen to mentors, study success. I'm talking about biographies, personal development, communication, health, wealth, mindset, the stuff that moves the needle. The more you learn, the more you see, and the more you see, the better choices you make. This isn't passive. You're not just scrolling quotes and hoping something sticks. You're intentional. You pick up the book, the course, the notebook on purpose, and you say, this is my growth hour. Deep dive, not surface skim. Don't just read. Absorb. Take notes. Highlight key insights. Connect concepts. This isn't a race. It's a treasure hunt. You're digging for gold, for that piece of information, that single strategy that can unlock a new level of success for you. Think about it. An hour a day adds up. In 1 year, that's 365 hours. That's more than 9 full-time work weeks invested in your own damn mind. You do that for a year, and you won't even recognize yourself. Your language improves. Your confidence rises. You speak with clarity. You think sharper. You solve problems that used to stop you cold. Why? Because you've been stacking wisdom, bit by bit, page by page, lesson by lesson. And the best part? Nobody can take it away from you. Preparation for action. Before this hour begins, pick your materials. Don't leave it to chance. Stack 3 books on your desk. Queue up the podcast. Open the course you've been putting off. When that hour starts, going deep, because every time you open your mind, you expand your future. The man or woman who learns daily earns continually. Don't skip this. Don't rush this. Make learning a habit, and you'll make success a lifestyle. This hour is about intellectual firepower. It's about arming yourself with the knowledge, the strategies, the understanding that allows you to outmaneuver your competition, to see opportunities where others see only obstacles. It's about becoming the smartest wolf in the pack. The third hour, the action and application hour. Execute relentlessly. Build momentum. All right, wise guy, you've soaked up the knowledge, you've sharpened your mind. Now here's the cold, hard truth. Learning is powerful, but learning without doing is just entertainment. You can read every book, watch every video, listen to every podcast, but if you never apply what you've learned, you're not growing. You're just collecting. Success doesn't come from what you know, it comes from what you practice. 1 hour of practice beats 10 hours of theory. Why? Because action is where skill is born. You don't become a speaker by reading about speaking. You don't become fit by studying exercise routines. You don't master anything by sitting on the sidelines. You've got to step into the arena. Here's how you turn knowledge into power during your action and application hour. Imperfect action overrides perfection. The mistake most people make, they wait until they feel ready. They wait until they're confident. They wait until it's perfect. Bullshit. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes from action. Every time you practice, you get sharper. Every time you try, you get better. Every time you show up, you grow up. Hands-on execution. At least part of this hour should be hands-on. If you're learning to write, write something. If you're learning to speak, practice out loud. If you're learning business, build the plan. Make the pitch. Take the call. If you're learning design, open the software and create. No more waiting. No more prepping. Just doing. Repetition is the mother of all skill, not perfection. Repetition. You don't have to get it right the first time. You just have to get it going, and then you refine it, improve it, polish it. That's how professionals are made. Embrace the discomfort. When you force yourself to act when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, you're creating a new neural baseline, a new level of capacity. You're teaching your system that you can handle more, that obstacles are not walls, they are stepping stones. The brain learns to seek solutions, not to retreat. This isn't a one-time shift, it's cumulative. The more you force yourself to act when it's hardest, the more you expand your threshold, building capacity for stress, for challenge, for uncertainty. This is how elite performers build their careers. They've trained their nervous system to stay in it, to remain productive even when the pressure is immense. This hour is about getting your hands dirty, about putting in the reps, about showing up and doing the work, especially when no one's watching. This is where your confidence is truly built, not through affirmations, not through theory, but through repetition, through action, through quiet, consistent victories. Every excuse is an enemy. Every delay is a thief. Every soft decision is a silent agreement to lose. So step up, do the damn work. The fourth hour, the strategic reflection hour. Refine, reinvest, and rule your future. You've worked, you've learned, you've executed. Now this last hour, your strategic reflection hour, is where you truly become a master of your destiny. Life doesn't improve just because you keep moving forward. It improves when you stop and look back with purpose. Too many people go from one day to the next, one task to the next, one goal to the next, without ever asking the most important question. How did I do today? That's where the growth lives. Not just in the doing, but in the reviewing. Here's sets how you maximize this crucial final hour of focus work. Purposeful reflection, 5 minutes. At the end of your hour, not the beginning, not later, take 5 minutes to reflect. What did you learn? What did you accomplish? What did you struggle with? What will you do better tomorrow? It's not complicated, it's just honest. And most people won't do it. Why? Because it forces them to face their own patterns. It reveals whether they're moving forward or just spinning in place. But here's the power. Reflection creates clarity. Clarity creates improvement. And improvement creates results. Strategic refinement. Once you've reflected, don't stop there. Next step, refine. What can be tightened? What can be removed? What can be added, improved, upgraded, simplified? You don't need to overhaul your life every week. You just need to tweak the process, little by little, because excellence isn't a giant leap. It's a series of small, intelligent corrections over time. Think of airplanes. They're off course 90% of the time, but they constantly adjust. And guess what? They still land exactly where they're supposed to. Why? Because they reflect, refine, and repeat. That's your formula. Future pacing and wealth building. This is also your quiet hour to build something that's yours. Not for your boss, not for your post, not for your paycheck, but for your future. In this hour, you can start your side business. You can learn a new skill. You can write, you can plan, you can sell, you can build. You don't need a fancy office. You don't need a perfect setup. You just need a little hunger and 1 hour that you don't give to the world. The results won't come in a day. But that's not the goal. The goal is momentum. 1 hour a day, 5 hours a week, 260 hours a year. That's not small, that's massive. That's a product launched. That's a brand started. That's a future created. You don't build wealth with wishes. You build it with work. Quiet, focused, consistent work when no one's watching. Relationship investment. And don't forget the human element. What good is a fortune, a strong body, a sharp mind, a big bank account? If you don't have people to share it with, success without connection is empty. You build a good life by building people. Just like you grow wealth with one quiet hour, you grow relationships the same way, 1 hour at a time. 1 hour of real conversation, 1 hour of listening, not just hearing, 1 hour of putting the phone down and looking someone in the eyes. People don't remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel, and they feel it when you give them time. Schedule that hour. Make it intentional. Because if you don't invest in people, you'll wake up one day surrounded by things but feeling completely alone. A rich life is measured in memories, not just milestones. Every hour you invest in yourself, reflect on it, refine it, repeat it tomorrow just a little better. Do that for a week, you'll notice a shift. Do that for a month, people will notice. Do it for a year, your life will never be the same. The power of stacking hours. How 4 becomes 4,000. Now you might be thinking, Jordan, 4 hours a day, that's still a chunk of time. And you're right, it is. But it's not about the quantity of time. It's about the quality of your focus, the intensity of your intention, and the unrelenting consistency with which you apply it. This isn't about fitting more into your day. It's about making those 4 hours so potent, so productive, that they yield results equivalent to what others try to squeeze out of 12. This is the Wall Street instinct in action, maximizing return on every single unit of effort. Most people dramatically underestimate what they can do in 6 months, let alone a year, by consistently applying small disciplines. They spend more time planning their next vacation than planning their life. They'll spend hours choosing a hotel, but won't spend 30 minutes designing their future. You're different. You're here because something inside you knows it's time for a change. Let's break down the math. 4 hours a day. That's 20 hours a week. If you only do it Monday through Friday, that's over 80 hours a month. That's nearly 1,000 hours a year of focused, intentional, high-leverage work on your growth, your skills, your wealth, your relationships, and your future. Think about that. What could you do with 1,000 hours of laser-focused effort? You could write a book that establishes your authority. You could learn a high-value skill that pays you dividends for a lifetime. You could build a business from scratch and scale it into a profit machine. You could transform your health, your body, your energy levels to unimaginable heights. You could master your mindset, developing an unshakable confidence that repels doubt. You could rebuild your relationships, connecting with people on a deeper, more meaningful level than ever before. You don't do it in a rush. You do it by stacking the hours, one on top of another, each one building on the last, brick by brick, quiet, steady, strong. That's how a future is built, not in a burst of energy, but in consistent effort. The secret is this: small disciplines don't stay small. They expand, they multiply, they shape who you become. Every time you show up for those 4 hours, you're casting a vote for your future. You're saying, I'm not wasting my life. I'm not waiting on luck. I'm building something that matters. And that decision made daily creates momentum. It creates confidence. It creates results. Because when you add up the hours, you add up the progress. And when you add up the progress, you start changing your identity. You go from someone who waits to someone who builds. Now listen, there will be days you miss it. That's okay. You're human, but don't let a missed hour turn into a missed week or a missed year. Always come back. Get back to stacking, because time is passing either way. And one day the question won't be, did you dream big? It'll be, did you use your hours wisely? So stack them, protect them, and one day you'll look up and realize you didn't just change your habits, you changed your life. Breaking through resistance. The wolf's mindset. You're gonna face resistance. Your lazy inner voice, the one that wants you to scroll, to sleep longer, to eat more, to do less. It's going to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. It's going to tell you you're tired, that it can wait, that you're not good enough. Recognize that voice. It's the enemy of your ambition. It's the sound of mediocrity trying to pull you back into the swamp. This is where the Wall Street instinct kicks in. This is where you become the predator, not the prey. You fight back. You make a declaration of war on that lazy part of you. You say, I will not be a slave to impulse. I will not bow to distractions. I will not betray my future for temporary pleasure. Discipline is freedom. The undisciplined mind looks for escape. The disciplined mind looks for execution. There is a savage power in waking up and doing what you said you would do, especially when no one is watching. That's how confidence is built. Not through affirmation, not through theory, but through repetition, through action, through quiet, consistent victories, when no one else is clapping for you. The power of your whys. No system, no motivational video will save you if you don't have a strong whys. Your progress will always be temporary. Your habits will collapse under pressure, because the one thing that holds it all together is your purpose, your decision. Write it down. One sentence, not 10. What is it you must build before your time here is done? Who must you become? What must you give? What is the result that your life demands? Not because it's easy, but because you decided it matters more than anything else. That's your purpose. And once you have it, you read it aloud every morning. You write it by hand every night. You don't wait to feel inspired. You rehearse it until it replaces every other thought. This is the foundation of all confidence, to wake up and know where you are going. Auto-suggestion and identity installation. Your mind is programmable, always has been. The only question is, who's writing the code? From this moment forward, you are. Play this message again. Speak the lines aloud, not casually, but with energy. Memorize the phrases that strike you. Repeat them in your mind when resistance rises. Let this message become your mental software. You don't listen for entertainment. You listen for identity installation, because you are not just here to feel better. You are here to become unrecognizable. Close your eyes and say this to yourself. I am not afraid. I act without hesitation. I am focused. I am certain. I am becoming who I was meant to be. Feel what happens in your body when you say those words. Do you feel it shift? That's not imagination. That's neural reinforcement. That's your identity being updated in real time. Multiply that by 90 days. You say it once, it's a spark. You say it every morning for 90 days, it's a circuit. And you speak it until it becomes your baseline, until the words don't just sound strong, they are your voice. What you feed forms you. What you repeat becomes you. So don't let this message fade. Don't treat it like a video. Treat it like a ritual. Build your morning around it. Make it part of your environment. This isn't about just having more information. It's about becoming a different person. It's about becoming the person who can consistently execute on this 4-hour secret day in and day out. That's the true transformation. The art of saying no, protecting your focus sanctuary. Now listen carefully. You've established your 4 hours of focused effort. That's your sanctuary. That's your golden goose. And just like any valuable asset, it's going to attract thieves. Not with guns, but with requests, distractions, and the insidious belief that saying yes to everyone else makes you a good person. This is where the Wall Street instinct demands ruthlessness. You've got to master the art of the intelligent no. Successful people understand this. They don't let guilt run their calendar. They don't let urgency outrank purpose. They protect their time like it's treasure, because they know it is. Every yes must be earned. Every yes must serve the bigger picture, because time is like money. You can spend it, or you can invest it. And too many people are spending their time on things that give no return. So let me ask you, are you filling your day with what SEP's easy or with what SEP's essential? Sometimes the most powerful word you can say is a simple, firm, respectful no to overcommitment. Don't let others dump their monkeys on your back. Your time is a finite resource. If it doesn't align with your mission, If it doesn't feed your ambition, if it doesn't contribute to your goals, then it sits a no. No to time wasters, social media, pointless meetings, endless emails, casual chats that go nowhere. These are all subtle assassins of your focus. Be brutal, cut them out, or severely limit them during your productive hours. No to the things that pull you off course. Anything that derails your momentum, anything that threatens your precious 4-hour block must be swiftly dealt with. Following no makes you serious. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you serious. Serious about your values. Serious about your time. Serious about your future. So from now on, when an opportunity comes, ask yourself, does this serve my purpose or steal from it? If it serves, say yes with full heart. If it steals, say no with full strength. Because every no to the wrong thing is a louder yes to the right one. When you commit to your process without the need to explain it, something incredible happens. You create autonomy. Your focus sharpens, your confidence grows, and your actions become more decisive because you're no longer dependent on others to affirm your worth. This shifts the balance of power back into your hands. You stop waiting for the world to catch up with your goals. Instead, you start building them, regardless of whether anyone else understands. And this is where true freedom comes from. Freedom from the need to perform for others, and freedom to create at your own pace. The wolf's edge, cultivating unstoppable persistence. Look, you're gonna hit walls. You're gonna have days where you don't feel like it. Days where the motivation isn't there, where the distractions are screaming, where every fiber of your being wants to quit. This is the moment of truth, the crucible where champions are forged and mediocrity perishes. This is where persistence becomes your ultimate weapon. Persistence, backed by accountability, makes you dangerous. It makes you a force of nature. Failure is feedback, not defeat. You must stop seeing failure as defeat. It is not the end, unless you make it so. Failure is feedback. It is information. It is the sharpening ground of those who do not quit. Every time you get knocked down and get back up, you are proving that your commitment is stronger than your emotion, that your purpose is louder than your pain, that your will is harder than the wall in front of you. And that, my friends, is a terrifying power, because the man who cannot be broken cannot be stopped. One more step. One more rep, giants are built one defiant act of persistence at a time. One more call, one more page, one more rep, one more day. When you're tired, when you're discouraged, when the market looks bleak, when the deal is on the ropes, that's when you push just a little bit harder. That's when you dig deeper. That's when you refuse to quit. The reward of disciplined action. There is a savage power in waking up and doing what you said you would do, especially when no one is watching. That's how confidence is built. Not through affirmation, not through theory, but through repetition, through action, through quiet, consistent victories when no one else is clapping for you. Don't let the noise of the world drown you out. Don't let the chaos of others define you. Stand tall, stay strong, and choose peace over conflict. Your silence is part of that legacy. It's a reminder that you didn't let the noise of the world drown you out, that you didn't let the chaos of others define you, that you stood tall, stayed strong, and chose peace over conflict. In the end, your silence will break them in ways anger never could. And you'll walk away stronger, wiser, and free. The ultimate legacy beyond wealth, beyond the empire. Now I've taught you how to build a fortune, how to stack your hours, how to focus like a millionaire. But listen to me, because this is perhaps the most important lesson of all. What good is a fortune? What good is a strong body, a sharp mind, a big bank account, if you don't have people to share it with? Success without connection is empty. You don't build a good life just by building businesses or habits. You build a good life by building people. And that takes time, that takes care, that takes presence. Just like you grow wealth with one quiet hour, you grow relationships the same way, 1 hour at a time.
The hour of presence. 1 hour of real conversation. 1 hour of listening. Not just hearing. 1 hour of putting the phone down and looking someone in the eyes. People don't remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel, and they feel it when you give them time.
Nurture your inner circle. I'm not asking for 10 hours a week. All I'm saying is give someone in your life your full attention for just 1 hour. Your spouse, your child, your parent, your mentor, your friend. Don't just sit in the same room. Be there. Ask questions, share stories, laugh a little, or just sit together and be quiet, because presence is powerful. Building bonds, not just balance sheets. When you do this, trust starts to grow. Walls begin to fall. Love multiplies and connection deepens. It doesn't take a fancy dinner or a big trip. It takes 1 hour of your heart with no distractions. And I'll tell you this, the people who know how to build great relationships, they always win in the long run, because in the storms of life, and they will come, money won't hold your hand, success won't hug you, but relationships will. The rich life. So schedule that hour, make it intentional. Because if you don't invest in people, you'll wake up one day surrounded by things, but feeling completely alone. And here's the truth. A rich life is measured in memories, not just milestones. And memories are made in moments. Moments like this. Moments that begin with just 1 hour. So the next time you think about success, remember this. Don't just build your future. Build your people. And do it 1 hour at a time. All right, you've heard it all. The habits, the hours, the truth. Now what's next? I'll tell you, start today, not tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a promise. Today is a decision. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the right mood. Don't wait for the new year. You started this journey with just 1 hour. 1 hour of learning, 1 hour of building, 1 hour of reflecting, 1 hour for your health, 1 hour for your future. At first it felt small, almost invisible, like nothing was happening. But day by day, hour by hour, something was happening. You are becoming someone new. Not overnight, not by accident, but by decision. Because here's a truth you can count on. You don't change your life in one leap. You change your life one consistent hour at a time. The hour you showed up when it wasn't easy. The hour you chose growth over comfort. The hour you practiced instead of postponed. The hour you listened, loved, focused, created. And those hours, they did something powerful. They rewired your mind. They reshaped your habits. They rebuilt your confidence. 1 hour at a time! You started to believe in yourself again. You began to trust your word. You proved to yourself that discipline isn't just a word. It's a lifestyle. And the best part, you didn't need to change everything. You just needed to change one thing. How you use your time. That was the turning point. Because if you can control 1 hour, you can eventually control your day. And if you can control your day, you can shape your future. So here's what I want you to remember. Success is not luck. It's not mystery. It's not magic. It's discipline applied daily. And that discipline, it doesn't take everything you've got. It just takes 4 concentrated hours every day, without fail, without excuses. And one day you'll look in the mirror and realize you didn't just change your schedule, you changed your identity. You became the kind of person who shows up, who follows through, who lives intentionally, who walks in purpose, who builds with wisdom. And that, my friend, is the new you, all from the power of focused hours. So keep it up. Stay consistent. Protect these 4 precious hours. Respect the process, because it's not just how you spend your time, it's how you shape your life. The choice is yours. Are you ready to focus like a millionaire and unleash your Wall Street instinct? I know you are. Now go out there and make it happen.